getting those eggs better. You are the best egg hunter in the world. Now, you remember how we talked about how incredible Jesus was? Well, believe it or not everybody liked Jesus. You see, the religious leaders of his day were jealous of him. And even though Jesus never did anything wrong, they put him on trial, they found him guilty, and they sentenced him to death. They beat him with whips, they put a crown of thorns on his head, and then finally they hung him on a cross to die. Sure wasn't fair. Jesus didn't do anything to deserve that kind of punishment. The whips and the thorns, yeah, they were all really, really terrible. But you know why Jesus did all that? He did it for you, and he did it for me. Jesus suffered those things for my sins and for yours. I heard a made-up story one time that I think will help us illustrate what Jesus did for us on the cross. A long time ago, there was a little boy who was really, really hungry, and he had no food and no money to be able to buy some food. So he decided he was going to do something, even though he knew it was wrong. He was going to steal some food. So he went to a grocery store and he stole a loaf of bread. Well, he tried to sneak out, but the store manager caught him. And because the store manager had had so much theft he was dealing with lately, he decided to make an example of this boy. So he took the boy by the arm and he carried them to another group of boys who he suspected had been stealing from him too. And when he got there, he said, "I've caught this boy stealing, and now I'm going to give him a spanking because that's what happens to thieves." The little boy was so scared as the manager lifted up his paddle. But just when the manager was about to strike, one of the older boys in the group stood up and stood between the manager and the little boy. And he said, "I know that wrong deserves punishment, but I'm going to take that whipping for that boy." You see, that's exactly what Jesus did for us on the cross. He took our punishment for us. You see, after Jesus died, they buried him in a tomb, and really, what that was really like was a cave. And they rolled a big stone over the entrance. His friends were so sad, they thought it was the end for him. Now, I hate to leave this story right here, but we will finish it in a few minutes, I promise. Just imagine, Jesus' disciples had to wait 3 days for the rest of the story. To find your last destination, turn right out of the train depot parking lot and stay straight. About a half a mile down the road, on the right, you're going to see the First Free Will Baptist Church of Fayette. And you also should see your last egg there as well. The address is 910 Temple Avenue North. If this egg hunt has brought up any questions for you or made you think about some things, I want to encourage you, on the way to your next destination, talk about it.